All right, look, I'm going to tell you right now, this week in particular, I believe there's more upside for bulls than there is downside for bears. I'm going to tell you exactly why, okay? And I'm not going to wait till the end of the video. Now, I will go over the end of the video stocks I'm liking, but let's get into this. Now, the Nasdaq 100, the S&P 500, FOMC rate hike decision. Like, where do we get started here? I have to do a little bit of a monologue, right? I have to. So, why do I think there's more upside for bulls than there is downside for bears? One, we've had a nice 500-point pullback into the end of the week. Now, this is and was a part of the plan. We zoom out here, the Nasdaq in particular, the cleared channel since about April, okay? And I want to let everyone know. Everyone's out there is on YouTube and social media, and they're like, guys, and they've been saying this for months. So understand this. Guys, the market's going to crash. The bear market. I have news for you. And if you don't believe me, what I want you to do before you like and subscribe or do any of that, just go to my oldest videos here on the channel. And this is last year. Huge crash. It's over. Bull trap, right? We were expecting the trap last year. And what did we say? Buy oil, buy commodities. Russia's going to invade. All that happened. We were talking heavily about this. Okay. It was all there for you, right? So I want to let you know, I'm not biased toward either side of the trade. I just trade what's in front of me. I just trade what the market gives me, because as a trader, whether you're a swing trader, a scalper, a long-term investor, your mindset has to be to not take from the market, but take what's being given to you. So if I'm looking at the market from a long-term perspective right now, I'm probably not looking to buy Nvidia long-term at these highs. I might have to look at something like Tesla, right? I might have to look at something like Amazon, like I've been saying since 100, right? Those might provide more opportunity. But then from a day trading perspective, I might want to only trade Nvidia. So you see what I'm talking about? Now, going back into this, right? And so just, again, and I want to tell you right now, to get bearish, what has to happen? You got to make lower lows and lower highs. Have you done that in 6 to 7 months? No. So anyone saying that we're bearish is lying to you. They are wrong, they're in denial, and they just don't know what's happening, or they just don't understand what's going on. I'm sorry. And I will take the heat if I ever lie to you and I just say random nonsense, okay? Because you can't do that. You shouldn't be allowed to do that, right? And I think people should be accountable, right? Now, so what's happening? What did we say yesterday? Now, we have a lot to talk about in this one, but I'm gonna make it short for you because it's the weekend, and you need to go out. And I want you to have a good time tonight, right? This past weekend, I had a lot of fun with the boys. You know, backseat Donnie was going crazy. 6'4" Jay Ream was just arcing over, keeping lookout like in the watchtower in the club. But yeah, so previous highs, we were calling for this on the 20th. You can see on Twitter. If you're not following Twitter, I recommend doing so, right? You know, fast forward to today. What did we say? What did we say today? Nothing's changed. We're looking for that level. We're looking for the retest. Why are we looking for that? Because previous highs have been the level that we've been bouncing, right? Over and over. So let's talk. Today, what happened? If we look at today with some of this action, we had the rebalancing taking place. The last day of the rebalancing was today. So we saw a lot of these big names getting sold off, in particular Nvidia, Meta, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Apple. Names like Broadcom are going up. QCOM got a lot of love this week. A lot of these other ones, okay? So man, I keep coughing, so my eyes might be watering. So that's what we're looking at. And then for people saying, well Tyler, well, maybe we haven't confirmed the downside, Tyler. Maybe we haven't. But how can it be? Why would you want to be buying right now, Tyler? Why? Because everything that we say here is consistent, and never you're never going to come to the channel and be like, oh, well, Tyler says he's changing his strategy. Nothing changes on this channel. It's very constant. Let's look at volume. So on this big bad sell-off that we've had the past 2 days, someone yesterday was like, it's the biggest sell-off we've had all year. Well, I'm like, yeah, all year we've gone straight up. And people are like, oh, this is more bearish than the bank crisis. I'm like, relax, buddy. Go outside, stare at the sun. You might actually, grow some brain cells, right? Like, what are we talking about? Your volume is piss poor. 71 million, 70 million. And then you also look at the fact of this. We zoom in a little bit more. We look at like the 2 hour. What had the most downside this week? Okay. We look at the Nasdaq. Good pullback. And honestly, what happens? I've been If you look at the channel, we've been selling highs at target at key levels mentioned in the newsletter, which again, you need to follow and subscribe. The link is down below. It's free. There's no advertisements. We make this every single week for you, so you don't have to ask us random questions, and hopefully you have a watch list on your week so you know what to be watching for. Like this is what it gives you. Understand, right? Top stocks of the week, economic report, everything in between, okay? Now, but it's coming back time to the opportunity to buy. And I bought two. I bought one and then I had to stop it, but I bought another big thing that I'm holding, okay? But if we look at ES, Nasdaq big down, I can get it. ES, really not so far. 4,600 and you ended 36 points down. Is that bearish? I'm just saying. Think about it. What about Dow, right? Dow seems to be, whoa. Wait, Dow's ending the week at highs? So you're telling me the one area of the market that got a pullback was the rebalancing? And on top of this, didn't TSM come out and say that AI, right? This is the new news by the bears, is that AI, it's not that big. TSM said the demand isn't that large. Even though NVIDIA's CEO said they couldn't supply Elon Musk with the parts. Why? Because their demand is so high and orders are already filled to the brim. So even if NVIDIA could make more product to sell and they could have more AI chips for them, they would sell them if they could. So you're telling me that demand outweighs supply. This is what TSM's telling us. And AI's bearish. So, but you have that bearish AI news, which is driving down a little bit NVIDIA with the sell-offs that we mentioned, right? And that's what you get. But your volume on the cross the board on SPY and Dow is lower. Dow is higher actually, and Dow's trending at highs. Call me crazy, but doesn't this look a little bit like what we've seen in the past over the past few weeks? The rotation. Now we have to jump a little bit further, okay? And I have to ask you, consider liking, consider subscribing, okay? The Discord link, everything like that's down below. Check us out if you're interested, right? The links are down below. If you're a new trader, I recommend going over to the homepage, go to education. We don't sell a course, okay? We offer all this for free, so you kind of have to do it all yourself, like, actually apply yourself, but it's all for free. Do yourself a favor. If you want to get around good traders, hey, Discord may be for you. Now, okay, I don't want to jump around too much, okay? I don't want to do that. But you do have rate hikes coming this week. And I'm going to say, I don't think, right now, what do we know? A 25 BPS is priced in, okay? And personally, I think it's highly likely that they just finish off rates. They just say sprinkle Salt Bay a little bit on top. Like, look, we're done, right? But I will say, if they pause, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me. Why? 1, CPI, very good. And core CPI dropped. Good news. PPI, been great, been solid. PCE was moderate, but still it did drop and decline as well. So what does this prove right now? That where rates are good. We already know that. Powell also said that where rates are right now are also restrictive, which is where they said they need to get rates to a restrictive zone. But they still said they could go further if they need to. Now, again, I personally believe leave the ammunition in your gun. So if you need to use it, you can shoot it if you need to. If you see a slowdown on inflation and it pauses, then you use it. But hey, I'm not in the Fed. Do your job. I just trade. That's what I do, right? Again, as a trader, we trade what we're given. And going into Wednesday, I will not be scalping. I will not be day trading heavy, right? I will not be swing trading. Why? It's the same thing every single rate meeting. I'm very passive. I like to sit on my hands unless there's positions that I absolutely love, right? There's one that I started to add, okay? So we have to understand that, and you have to get that through your little thick skulls, okay? Nothing changes here. Like, oh, Tyler, you're red. I'm like, buddy, I'm not. I sold. I showed you on Twitter as well. People were like, well, show the gains, bro. Show the gain. I'm like, y'all get mad when I show the gains. You get mad when I don't show the gains. I don't know what you want me to do. I showed the winners. I showed the losers. I don't know what to do. I showed y'all the almost 10,000 I made that day. I also showed y'all when I did the withdrawal as well down here. So you can see, y'all can see I did that almost $10,000 withdrawal right here. Made the $10,000 withdrawal. Tyler Wilson went to my bank, everything like that. Bank was at, the account was at 30K. We made almost 30K in 3 weeks, right? Not usually the goal, but we had swing trades dated and those things just went in the money. It was awesome. Can't complain, right? So again, understand and have a plan. And going into this week, I have a clear plan. Can we, 1, hold the key levels on indexes? That's 1. 2, will the sectors hold up, right? We need to see key levels. And if you need to see key levels, they'll come out in the newsletter, which is Sunday morning. Make sure you're signed up. They'll be emailed to you at 10 a.m. Central. Okay, so please don't ask me any questions there. The link's down below. And then we need to see the reaction that we get from the rate hike decision, because I can have opinions on the market, but at the end of the day, I don't trade opinions. I trade reactions and then facts in the market. That's how I trade. Nothing will ever change on that. Okay. I react to what's given to me. I do not pray. I do not hope. I do not cross my fingers, close my eyes, and click the buy button and then come back 2 weeks later. That is not trading. That is gambling. I don't trade weeklies. I don't trade, super risky positions. The goal is survival. The goal is to fight through the attrition sometimes. And over the past 2 years, we have faced that attrition. We found ways to make money in the bear market, and then in the bull market, we have thrived so far. Okay? That's what I said all last year. As we get into this bull market, this is when you print. This is where trading gets easy. And over the past 6-7 months, it's been very easy for a select few. But some people are living in that past, and you have to come to that decision with yourself. Am I going to stay in the past? Am I going to stay following traders that say one thing and just don't recognize what's in front of them? Or am I going to evolve as a trader and take that next step and take responsibility for ultimately my future and what's happening in my trading account? People, they get mad. They comment every day. They say, Tyler, you're arrogant. You're an asshole. And honestly, I am. I can admit it. I can admit to my flaws. But what I'm not is a liar. I'm not. I show the winners. I show the losers. And I pride myself on this channel being as direct as possible, because I remember being exactly where you are when I was in college, when I was a beginning trader, when I was doing DoorDash, when I was doing Instacart, when I was working an extra job, when I had my newborn son, when I was split up, I was paying child support, the bare minimum because I made no money. I was still paying off student loans. I was paying off 2 credit cards because I wanted to make it work. I wanted to start my company. I want to get everything settled. I remember being there. But there was no one that I could really follow. And I'm not saying that I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. I do believe every single day when I step up to the desk that I can out-trade anyone on this YouTube platform. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to this, what I do, I pride myself on giving the honest feedback and honest opinion, right, wrong, true, whatever it may be, every single time. So you know what? I got a little hyped up myself because you know what? I remember being where I was. And you know what feels better than thinking back where I was is thinking about where I'm at. But you know what's even better than that? Thinking about where we're going. Hey, like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Unsubscribe if you need to. I got to fucking go.